So, being a high school student during a global pandemic, I just cannot even imagine that. Chase Bailey, 5 years from now, you're a senior now, but 5 years from now, when you look back on the last year, what's going to come to your mind?
Well, for starters, probably the toilet paper shortage. That was the big deal that happened first off when the pandemic started, and you couldn't go anywhere and find any toilet paper or buy any of it. But besides that, when I look back on this in 5 years, I'm probably going to think about how well my school worked to try to figure out how to give us that normal senior year, even though this time period's not normal whatsoever.
So, yeah, so put that in context for people who might 5 years from now be watching this on whatever format they might be watching it and say, really, what was it like? Because you're a junior, the pandemic begins, you're probably so looking forward to your senior year, and then all of a sudden everything comes to a screeching halt. Plus, there's no toilet paper.
Yeah. So when the pandemic kind of hit, um, I was about halfway through my junior year, and I was an AP student, so I was taking these AP classes. And when the pandemic hit, everything went completely virtual. So teachers who had never completely taught on a virtual platform were trying to scramble to get everything put on this virtual platform so that they could teach the best they could and prepare us for our AP exams. At the same time that all this was happening, all the clubs and organizations at our school were trying to figure out how to make our seniors still feel included during that time and how to make the juniors feel included too, because we were missing out on things such as prom too. Everybody looks forward to their senior year of high school. You look forward to that, and you think about what it's going to be like from the time that you set foot into the school your freshman year. You always think about what is it going to be like to be that big dog senior. Um, but honestly, our schools have done a great job about trying to make that senior year still normal for us.
Now, what about you? Like social distancing, not being able, of course, technology makes it a whole lot easier to communicate with your friends, but it's a whole lot different than physically being in their same space. So, when you look at this year, this past year, a little over a year, what have you gained?
I have really had to work on myself and being okay with being independent and being on my own because I'm such a outgoing people person. Like I thrive off of being around other people, hanging out with my friends, all of that. So when the pandemic hit, I really, really struggled with it because, I was stuck with my mom, dad, and brother. And don't get me wrong, like I love them all to death, but you get sick of them after you spend so much time with them. Um, but I started using, FaceTime and, texting my friends more. We'd all play the on Game Pigeon, which is like an iPhone game that you can play. We'd play Uno every day, and we'd all FaceTime and just catch up on our day. And so, it gave you kind of a sense of somewhat of normalcy when nothing was normal at all.
Do you feel stronger as a result?
Yes, I do. I really have become way more independent than I was when my junior year started. Um, I've figured out how to do things for myself. I've really grown up. And I mean, I know that I can speak for a lot of my peers when I say this, but being a junior when this all started, it really pushed us all to grow up a lot faster.
And so moving forward, what's your greatest hope?
My greatest hope is to impact change onto other people and like things around me in the world.
Well, good luck with that. I have no doubt you will do just that. Chase Bailey is senior at Greenwood High School in Warren County, sharing her recollections of the past year as a high schooler. Thanks so much, Chase. Good luck.
Thank you for having me.